Good morning, beautiful people. I am Deb. I like to share the human experience to help others gain confidence in their human experience. Today, I have no idea what to talk about. I have a lot of information coming through, and anytime my brain's like, yes, let's talk about that, and I'm like, no, because that goes down a personal path. I just really don't want to talk about anything personal today. And that's part of the human experience. One of the things I was thinking about, this is totally random. It's not even really a sense of value. I haven't even researched it. There was this thought I had the other day. You've all seen the pictures where they're comparing images of nature to other images of nature, of the macro and the micro, just to show the geometrical patterns. And there's one that shows a plant leaf, and then one that shows our skin, and it looks very similar, right? So in my mind, thinking, well, this train of thought, mind you, comes from I believe that I was raised in a world that was basically a Truman Show. Someone hacked the way things were and lied to us about literally everything. I don't believe the stars are what they are. I don't believe our bodies are the way that they are. You can't tell me calories in and calories out when I can binge on junk food and still look like this. And I can know other people that just have one traumatic emotional episode and they blow up to 250 pounds. It is not calories in and calories out. Okay. And so, anyways, the sun. They're like, oh, the sun is dangerous. Where's sunscreen? Sunscreen, I'm pretty sure, is what gave me cancer. The only place I've really religiously applied sunscreen was on my face. Guess where I got skin cancer? On my face. So, like, I've already had a piece cut out here, and about 10 years, over 10 years ago, and it's growing back just this year that started. And then here, see that? See that? That's skin cancer. It never heals. It just gets bigger and worse. And this one, is right by the eye. So I don't like that. But so the sun, if we look like plants, and this my train of thoughts go around a lot. And this is why I have a hard time doing actual videos of value and organization, because for every one thought, there's 3,000 thoughts behind that. There's 3 decades worth of knowledge and information that comes into getting this one thought. And that's why working with me is so great, because you're not just getting a person that has gone through the same licensing program that tens of thousands of other people have gone through. You're getting in tune, personal guidance and experiences. Okay. Anyway, back to food. I don't believe food is what we've been told it is. In my journey of awakening, there was a time where I learned of all the unhealthiness of food. It's eating clean is best, eating whole and natural is best. The more geometry it has to it, good to go. And through bodybuilding, food was fuel, right? You start learning about your macronutrients. Start learning on things, you really dial in the body. And then through the spiritual side, you learn the energetics of food. And then through the yogi side, so people say the sun is bad. Well, if the sun's bad, then why do we look like plants? Obviously, we're meant to absorb sun. And if we can absorb energy from sun, then why do we need to eat plants? Why do we need to eat animals? The only reason we're eating those plants and animals is to absorb the energy that is transferred to them from the sun. But if we are built to absorb the energy from the sun ourselves, then why do we need food? And when I say that, I have had seasons where I have lived outside. I mean, I've been, living in a camper, living outside, basically homeless. And I absorbed a lot of sun and had a really beautiful tan. And I had so much energy that it quantum shifted my life within less than a year. Less than a year, my life was quantum shifted because I was connecting to nature so much. I was absorbing so much sun, and the diet wasn't even a thing. I didn't need to worry about food. I was doing a lot of fasting, and as I'm coming back into whatever is happening now in 2025, my body is feeling so dense and rejecting pretty much everything. And so I heard this theory how someone was saying in ancient times, humans didn't use food, we used breath. And so he explained, breath has the different molecules and chemical compound mixture, but it also had prana. And prana is not oxygen. Like oxygen, you can seal out, right? Like you can seal out oxygen. Prana, you cannot. Prana goes through things. And they were saying that in forever ancient days, we would use a breathing technique of breathing prana in through the top and bringing it in through our energy locking centers, like our bandhas, right? And then the video cut out, or I don't remember, but it, that made sense to me. The breathing pattern that he was explaining, and he was doing it as like, he's doing an interview, so he's taking forever to even get to the part of this breathing pattern. And when he explained it, I was like, well, this is exactly what I do when I do my meditations, even before I knew what meditation was. Like the thing that I knew how to do naturally is what he's explaining people do. And then it's just like mind blown, right? Like our guides are always giving us information when we need to hear it. And that was just one of those moments. Like I've been torturing myself emotionally and physically, like just this food. Like why is food part of this journey and lesson? A person should just be able to eat. And I'm not even talking about like the food system. I'm talking fruits and vegetables and liquids and bone broth. And like I am eating clean and it's not clean enough. Like what is happening? So finding this information was really great. And there was a moment of flow. Okay, so there's one thing of energy coming through me that needed to go out into there, into the phone, into the internet, out of my vocal cords. Oh, I'm going to pause, take a drink. So these videos are great. In the beginning, I was aiming for 3 times a week. And now and then I learned that if I did it 3 times a week, I wasn't going to get them done 3 times a week because that gave opportunity for procrastination. So I was like, I have to do it every day because you can't procrastinate if you're doing it every day. So doing it every day is probably the number one tip for anything that you want to actually dedicate yourself to, because there isn't room for procrastination. You can't say, oh, I'll make tomorrow that day off, I'll make today the rest day and switch it out for Wednesday. Like, no, it's just every day, right? So these videos have turned into an everyday thing, and that has become very habitual. There's been a few moments where it just didn't fit right with timing, and a lot of that is because I live in a place where I don't have service. So there's town is 5 miles big, okay, maybe 10 miles big, but you go outside that 10-mile range and I don't have cell phone service and I don't have a computer, so uploading is a very slow process. And that's why I don't edit things, because I just don't have the technology to do things. So here you are with the raw and real version, which is basically live, except you can't chat me. Which brings me to why I'm bringing this up. I've been doing these videos every day, and when I set the goal of, okay, I'm going to do these videos, I said I was going to do them for a year. And I'm not specific on the date of when I started, but I know that when I went through my last breakup, when I went through my last situation, that was in February. So we are 6 months in, which means we're halfway through. And although this is great, we will see how the next 6 months go. I mean, I'm still sticking in for the year, and this there's morphing and evolving and growth that needs to happen with this channel. And so whatever that looks like, maybe give me some input below. Coming on as lives. Are y'all ready for it? Conversations, is this a thing? You can talk to strangers on the internet, chat it up while I'm sitting here just talking. Yeah, one-on-one connections, group things. You're my audience. I am not a marketer. I have taken marketing classes. I mark if I were to niche down on anything, I am the niche. There is no category there. So it's authenticity. It's coming back to yourself. It's not shaming yourself. It's learning to love yourself. It's removing the masks and the conditioning. It's remembering who you are. It's questioning everything. That's what we're doing here. And there needs to be expansion because this is great, but it's also not getting the energy exchange that I desire in life, because I desire big things and my energy is capable of big things. So let me know how you're feeling about things, about this channel. Why do you follow? What motivates you? What are we going forward on this? Would you show up for a live? Do we need to create a group chat? Should I just buy a computer and get serious about products? And these are all questions that are for me, not you, but also like it takes a team collaboration. I'm here to motivate, but it takes a team and masterminds to brainstorm how to make the future become the future, bring the future into the now, right? So I'm Deb. I'm just here sharing my human experience, hoping to bring others along with me so I don't sound so crazy anymore. I think we're making some progress. I feel like conspiracy theory is now no longer conspiracy theory. People now see that it's truth. So yay! That was 20 years of people calling me crazy for being able to see the truth. Thank you for being here. If you're here and you're watching this, it's meant for you. Like, comment, subscribe, and share if you feel called to. Have a blessed day.